Good morning, world. It's Ben with come back with another video. If you looked at the title there, I talk about, I actually named this video, The Birdbox True Meaning. Netflix attempt to let us know the truth. It's so interesting because if you haven't had a chance to watch this movie called Birdbox on Netflix, I would definitely encourage you to go and check it out if you haven't had a chance to watch it. It's a lot of knowledge that could be gained from this movie, especially if you have any type of metaphysical background, if you have any type of consciousness background, you'll have a clear understanding of what that movie is talking about. Okay, like I'm not gonna give the movie away if you haven't seen it, but just to give you my own perception of the movie, it's personal to me because it's something I actually experienced. And if you have seen the movie, then you know that what I'm talking about only applies to certain people. Okay, because the majority of the movie, majority of the population were killed. And so the reason why they was killed is the same reason why so many of us internally kill ourselves today. Okay. Like I say, if you've seen the movie, you know that right now they have some type of blindfold challenge on the internet right now, which that was particularly programmed because anything that's on the television, guys, is to socially engineer, to sway opinion, to control your consumer spending, to control your mental spending, and to control your inner over and understanding of things in our society. And when you don't really quite know that, you're basically walking dead. Or you're basically one of the people in the movies that actually, when the blindfold came off, killed themselves. Okay? Now in the movie, they killed themselves physically. Okay? But in reality, we kill ourselves mentally, spiritually, because we don't really quite want to accept everything about us. Okay? The whole premise behind the blindfold was to reveal who you really are, okay, and what you're afraid of. And if you notice in the movie, when they took the blindfold off and the entity entered their body and their soul, they killed themselves. But see, the metaphor about the entity is that the entity did not accept or did not exist outside of the bodies, like the movie portrays. That entity exists inside of your body. Okay? And until you actually take off your mental blindfold, you're going to be living this existence blind. I mean, just think about how we so cognitively dissonant about the things in our society. We just think it's normal. But once you take off that blindfold, you're going to know it's wrong, for us to be killing each other. It's wrong, to have a banking system designed to take advantage of less fortunate people, less educated people. A corporate system designed to work their employees 120 times more than they have to work, but pay their employees peanuts. Or a system in investing where individuals invest their money to these companies to try to provide a better life, to try to increase their net worth. And these companies don't even pay them dividends. Okay, so if you're someone who's invested and you you get out this rat race, take off that blindfold and see what it really is about. You'll see that the system is designed for you to fail if you don't have the knowledge. And if you can't accept the knowledge and accept the consequences, then you're gonna kill yourself internally, just like in the movie. Okay, you have to understand religion causes division. You take the blindfold off, you'll see that. You have to be blind to have an understanding of multiple creators when there's only one. When you have a understanding that people that were in the Bible, you think they're real, actual figures and not personifications and allegory, then you're blind, And so many times when people take their blindfold off, especially when it comes to religion, I mean, they either kill themselves internally and are reborn with the new knowledge and understanding, or they kill themselves and lose faith in everything because they were so blind, they kept the blindfold on too long. Okay, so like I said, if you have a chance to check the movie out, check the movie out. Once you see it, you're gonna see there are individuals that were not affected by this entity that could take the blindfold off and be out in the daytime and nothing affected them. But if you notice those people, they were those that were going to hurt others, trying to force others to take the blindfold off, because see, those people were able to accept who they really are. And if I was in that movie, I would be one of those people, because I would accept who I am. I would know that I'm the devil, and I would know that I'm the creator all at once. See, the entity is inside of you, not outside of you. Okay, and at the end of the movie, those who were saved, or those who could provide shelter and a safe haven for the characters in the movie, were the people that were blind. Now you got to ask yourself, why is it that blind people weren't affected by this entity if you're saying that the entity is inside of us? Because see, the people that are blind don't see the atrocities and absurdities that we live in. So they're not taking any of that nonsense in. Okay? They're only giving out what's already inside of them. And that's why it's so symbolic in that movie, that if you blind from birth, you haven't taken in none of this stuff anyway. Okay? But when you know we live in a society where women and children are killed on a daily basis, when you live in a society where you can go to other countries and just totally annihilate them with your military, or you live in a world where the government employees are supposed to keep the system running, not even working, and are told not to come to work because the government shut down, because we can't make decisions, and over 1 million people are going to not be getting paid. Children, women and children is not going to receive government assistance. And of course, people who file any taxes, depending on tax refunds, not going to get tax refunds. Okay? So when you take that mask off, when you take that blindfold off, just be prepared for the reality of where we live. Okay? Don't be afraid to accept you as the devil, because you are the devil. Accept you as the creator, because you are the creator. Okay? And your whole existence can be manifested right here. All right? So once you accept that and give up and live free based on who you really are, nothing's going to surprise you about the way we live, about the society we live in. And you may live a great life, because see, alone time is alone time with yourself. There's no separation between your ego and yourself. You just got to accept both of them. Take the blindfold off and live life the way you're supposed to live life. Okay? And don't let the entity inside of you leave you. In the meantime, between time, it's being Willie, and I'm out.